hurt herself. Are you okay? You need my help? Hold on a second.
What time is your flight tomorrow, Sam? Hello? I cannot hear you. Huh. Okay, I'll call you back.
Mom, you still there?
I am. I think I lost connection. That's why I call you back. Yep.
Okay. Alright.
I was asking what time your flight is tomorrow.
It leaves pretty early. It departs 8:15, starts boarding 7:30. So, we should be there probably around 6:45
At night tomorrow?
in the morning.
Oh, you mean at the, yeah, okay, I was thinking where you're going, but yeah, the airport, yeah.
Yeah, so if it boards at 7:30, or it starts boarding at 7:30, right?
Yeah.
So 45 minutes for that. So
How far away are you from the airport?
45. We're like 45 minutes away, so leave around 6, maybe 5:45.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in that regard, yes, you definitely have to have every single thing packed, because for me, I would not want to, I wouldn't be able to think clearly in the morning, because I'd be waking up, so.
Exactly, yeah. So we're getting everything out of the way right now, as much as we can, and everything out of the way, and then we just wake up in the morning, we roll into a taxi.
Yeah.
To the airport.
Yeah, a taxi, 45-minute ride, huh? Well, I guess the
do you have an alternative? I mean,
well,
yeah.
Parking at the airport, but I don't know how expensive that would be. But they have usually have parking at the airport, I thought. Yeah. Like here in Walla Walla, it's totally free to park at the airport,
Right, it is not.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever you figured out is best. Yep. Then you're kind of like on vacation the second you hop in that car, the taxi,
Well, yeah. For me, it's more like once we board the plane and we know we've made it, right?
Yeah. What kind of stuff are you going to have to, what kind of hoops are you going to have to jump through because of the COVID?
Not too much. I mean, just basically wear masks the entire time.
Yeah.
And then, the plane itself, they've got every other seat vacant. So
Except for if you're traveling with someone, right?
Yeah, so we've got a 3-seat row to ourselves.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll put iPad in the middle and we'll watch some TV together or something.
Yeah, put earphones on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to thank you for the presents.
Yeah.
It was really thoughtful to send the face masks, especially the little travel size one.
Yeah.
And unique design. It was really nice.
Cool.
And then, yeah.
Well, a cup of coffee on me. And
What'd you say?
I said a cup of coffee on me. But
yeah, that was really thoughtful.
I'm going to have to tell you, I mean, I agonized proficiently over making you guys some jewelry, okay? Now, this summer when I went out with Brad out to the ocean, he's lived here longer than me and gone to the ocean more times than me, but along the road was it was a bead store, like this huge, big, giant bead store, and he just sat in the car and waited because that's probably what he's done in the past, and I bought all these beads, but I don't really know how to make jewelry, right? So it was a huge challenge for me to do it, and the only reason I did it is because it was handmade. So there.
Yeah.
And then you guys, you can pick what matches for you and stuff. Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and then the aromatherapy. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, 3 different ones, I believe.
Yeah.
And those smell really good.
Yeah.
Also
cool.
Also, the soap set, all that smelled really good.
Yeah, totally. I totally saw that happening for you guys. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it before.
Yeah. So I will be able to use them for 2 weeks, and then I'll get back. It'll be a nice way to relax once I'm home, right?
Yeah.
New scents. That'll be nice.
How do you like her family? They give you your own room to stay in when you're there, or how's that work?
Yeah, they have a basement area.
Uh-huh.
And an inflatable mattress, and we'll probably get an Airbnb as well.
Yeah, not stay with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the house she grew up in?
It is the house she grew up in.
Well, ain't that something? Wow.
Memories there. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And then she's got a younger sister, you said.
She's got a younger sister. Yeah, she's freshman in college.
Right. Right, there you go. Huh. Yeah, well, I would, I mean, if you have the time, I didn't have the time myself, I didn't take the time, but on the aromatherapy stuff, I would actually look up aromatherapeutic values of, like, orange or lavender or whatever those things were.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I've told you, like, when I went to massage school in Hudson, Wisconsin, they made me take the aromatherapy class. I did not want to take it. But because I took it, I did learn it really does change how you feel. Like, all the citruses kind of clear up, like, stuck energy, you know, that kind of stuff. Things that calm you down. The lavender, of course, but I didn't give you any more. Sandalwood. Actually, sandalwood is one of those that just grounds you down big time. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so I just really believe that, you know, you guys can hopefully benefit from mental attitude shift with that stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's very thoughtful. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, I don't want to hog up too much of your time. I really appreciate you calling me, and I wish you a happy, wonderful Christmas Day. Haha. I'm being rebellious. I'm saying happy holy days and happy Christmas. Haha. You know. Because those are the things I was not allowed to say at work. It was politically incorrect. So I'm just being a rebel, like I have a tendency to do, you know. But anyway, I mean, yesterday I had a really my car is in the shop right now, and I'm learning about old cars. And if you don't know this, then you should know this, because I didn't know this. Okay. It would have been nice to know. Like with Brad, he has 2 old cars, and so he has a system set up where every 60,000 miles, without a symptom, he goes into his mechanic friend and has the hot water tank and the timing belt replaced for about $400. And if you don't do that on a regular basis, right when you start having a symptom, you could blow the gaskets in your transmission, I think it is. So, wow. And then it's like $1,700 on a good day, okay? So... Yeah, I pulled out money from my retirement thinking I was either going to have to replace my car or fix it, you know. So as it turned out, I think I can fix it at a good price. Now, you know, the young man that lives at Bradley Street, Sam, his name is Martel, and they have 3 little kids now. He's got 3 kids and a wife living there, and he's a mechanic. And so he borrowed the car to show me, for example, like if you look at the gaskets and they blew, then there would be some kind of like smoky residual on the metal itself, right? That's another sign. And then another sign is when you look into the oil, and he didn't just check the oil with a dipper stick. He somehow knew how to go under the car and have a little bit of the oil that's on the bottom of the container come out, and he showed it to me, and he said, look, there's nothing white in here. There's nothing wrong with your transmission. I was like, cool, you know? So it really helps to have a mechanic that might be able to help you keep from spending too much money, you know, with old cars.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, there's people that go 300, 400,000 miles, you know, that they know the deal, you know, they know how to, and it's amazing. Some of these cars look like brand new, you know.
Yeah, you can really, as long as you know how to take care of them, you can really make them last quite a while.
Totally, but people always say, you know, just do the general maintenance, and I'm thinking, yeah, check the oil, you know. Now I know there's 5 fluids to check, you know. Anyway, so that's good news, I'm hoping. And in the meantime, since I took a good chunk of money out, I'm again completely out of debt with my credit cards. So that's good. You know. Yeah, you know, I try really hard not to use the credit cards for sure. You know, I mean, it's a vicious cycle. You know, you go $500 in debt.
You want to stay out of credit card debt.
Oh, totally. Because yeah, you spend you overspend $500, and then you have to overspend $500 to pay it back. It's just stupid. You know. So becomes a vicious cycle for many people where they're just draining out their budget every month, having to pay back the credit cards, you know. Anyway, I'm very, very happy that I'm content and warm and snuggly, and it started snowing a little while ago, so that's kind of comforting, you know. We don't have too much snow, but enough. But you guys don't have any snow because Seattle has to close down on a snowy day.
It's true, we do. No, there was snow for like one day, and then it all melted away, so not anymore.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm happy for you. And then, have you already looked at reservations for Hawaii in January?
No, we have not. We're just kind of trying to get out the door right now when it comes to Maryland, and then we'll look at Hawaii.
Yeah.
We are going. We're going. Maria, we're going.
I told you we were 99.99% going, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's just like, you got to do first things first, right? We got to, as you can imagine, the whiplash of like, doing Christmas and then packing and leaving the very next morning. It's exhausting, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Make it happen. So.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, just Christmas alone. I mean, I have to say, there's a part of me that is very much a Grinch, and I just look at the holidays like a mandatory thing, like an obligation. You know, like you got to put the I do have Christmas lights up outside. Other than that, there's nothing to look at around here. And I got a couple of Christmas presents that I haven't even opened yet. So, but I don't know where this one present came from, Sam. It was in a big giant box. It arrived yesterday, and there's no clue as to if it's from someone. But it's
probably fine, man.
Is it called Your Journey Heart Bracelet? Is it through there? Oh, I love it. I tell you, it is absolutely completely off the charts perfect for me. Thank you.
The bag and the bracelet.
Yeah. It totally fits me perfectly. So thank you very much.
I've seen you wearing I don't want to call them purses, but bags like that.
Oh yeah, totally my thing. Yeah. Yeah, and that's good enough for books. I mean, there's a notebook would fit in this, so that's great, Sam. Yeah. I mean, I can. Yesterday when I was riding my bicycle everywhere, because I have the two bikes. I have the really heavy girl bike for shopping with the baskets, and then the other one has got studded tires. That I've done 2.5 years straight of bicycle riding to work, so I don't worry about ice. But I didn't have any bags like baskets, so I had a backpack and I had a bag just like what you gave me. And I had stuffed all my stuff with warm stuff in case I got sweaty. I needed to change it all out to something dry. But when I first got on the bike, I almost fell over because it was a whole different, But then I got used to it immediately. So, but yeah, I'm just saying it fits me. So there you go. Blah, 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 blah. Talking a lot here. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know that the sooner you can make reservations on any kind of travel, the cheaper it'll be. Like I will just refresh you on the one time that we came here because we got a year notice of the next family reunion in Walla Walla, right? And so that is how I amazingly got 3 round trip tickets on the train for you, me, and your dad, $444 total. And it was an interesting way to travel. Of course, you just love the trains at that stage of your life, so.
They're a great way to travel.
Yeah, get up and walk around, and yeah. It's just another adventure that's available to people, and then backpacking around Europe. Now, if you really want to have an adventure, try that out,
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that, and I thought if you really want to know for sure if you're the person you're dating is the one you want to marry, try traveling on a backpack around Europe and see how that goes for you, But it was okay back in the olden days. I mean, back then you had to go to a bank to exchange the money. Now it's all the same currency,
The euro.
Yeah, and they used to have like little old ladies that would meet you at the train station, and they have the bed and breakfasts, and they'd like walk you to their house, and then they're always really nice, and good food. That's one way to do it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm happy for you that you're going. I have a friend. Her name is Lee, and Leigh, and she lives in Hilo, Hawaii, Hilo. And she's constantly sending stuff through on Facebook of the beautiful sunrises and sunsets. It's like, wow, total paradise over there, But she actually works with old people, and that's my master's degree in, old people. And I'm going to try to maybe get a hold of her and talk about the possibility of going over there and staying like a whole month with her. And maybe she can find people that want massages or whatever, So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, why not? It's worth a try. So anyhow, yeah, when you and I went to Hawaii, it was $298 each for round trip from Seattle, and how could I say no to that, you know?
You're right.
And then that old hotel was like $100 a night, which was really cheap for over there. And you know, the first time I went over to Hawaii was when I was in college, and these fellow students, friends of mine, they found it was $99 round trip for 7 days, all inclusive, right? It's like, how could you say no to that, right? And two of the girls, they used to live over there, so they got a really old, like rental, like a convertible, like a clunky old convertible, and they took us all around all the crazy, you know, hideaways that they have over there, you know. So that was fun. Anyhow, well, okay, you go ahead and get stuff done, and I know it's a horrible burden to try to get everything done this time of year, so, but you're coming out, you know, as soon as you get on that plane, you can relax, you know.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. So you're not going to try to find your B&B before you get over there?
I mean, no. Just the plan is to stay with her family for a few days, and then we'll find a place.
Okay. All right. So then one less thing to do then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that you reached me and that we could spend a few minutes. You know, I'm so glad you liked the package, and I love what you gave me. You could not have done any better. So it suits me perfectly. So I feel very special with that present. So thank you. Good job. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, till we meet again. Travel safely in every way. So.
Sounds good. Love you, Mom.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sam. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, well, that's Mom on the phone, and of course I feel like crying. Huh. Yeah, that said, I did a video on this, on my phone, actually, and it was me singing the song up on this mountain over here, this mountain that I hiked every single week for, 2 years. It keeps my mental health always perfect going up that mountain, and I hadn't done it for so long, and then, my dear friend was getting married on the 21st, and I said, I gotta get up that mountain before that happens, just to make me feel better. And it was a cold, windy day, and I sat in the car and I sang Good News on the Doorstep, and at the very end of the song I just wanted to break out in sobs and just bawl like a baby. But hey, that's part of being human, is having emotions, and I'm working through with this stuff because I don't like feeling bad about anything. And I texted my friend last night The 5 Stages of Grieving by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. First is denial, did pretty good on that. Then is anger, did pretty good on that. Then is depression, wait a minute. Then is bargaining, not sure how that would work. But, a little glimmer of hope if you bargain. Then when that all fails, then you move into depression, and then you can move into acceptance. Acceptance is stage 5. So, and the whole point of me bringing that up is that we have to allow ourselves to have feelings. I've told this to many people before. If you don't have your feelings, you can't run from them. Let's put it that way. God made us where we have to have feelings about stuff. So what you do is you have the feeling, you keep breathing, and I've been explaining, like, it's a weird way of looking at it, but it's like a contraction into a new life. Like, you're fine, and then, oh my God, I'm not fine. And then I'm fine, and then same thing, over and over as I allow myself to have a feeling. And at that moment, I'm thinking, this is the worst thing ever. But then it goes like in a minute or two. So that's my experience. And I also had just yesterday on my bicycle, now I just keep going on and on with Sam and I 15 minutes. That was perfect, but here I am with somebody to talk to, I suppose, on my computer / journal or whatever. But so yeah, my car is in the shop, as you heard from the phone call, and I wanted to ride my bicycle to my special day, which was chiropractic and massage. So I had to go all the way to the other side of town, and I left at 9:15 for a 10 a.m. appointment. And I went across the street and I rode my lighter bicycle with the studded tires, and I busted my butt all the way there as fast as I could. And I never even looked at the time because I didn't want to feel the pressure of the time. And then when I got there, I looked at the time and it was exactly 10 a.m. Whew, that was fun. So all that stuff is fun, and I'm telling people, don't feel sorry for me because I love having an excuse to have to ride my bicycle. This suits me well. So, and then I'm just glad that I'm able to be kind to myself, you know. This has been a good year. 2020 has been a good year for adapting and overcoming and adjusting and accepting, you know. That was what my counselor was talking about. She said radical acceptance is what the thing is, you know. Radical seems to be the word, because I told Sam and everybody else at the beginning of 2020 I was doing radical self-care, you know, like saltwater bath and yoga and healthy diet, and I'm loving all these waters I drink. They're just so much fun for me, and now I know they're being good for me. So anyway, December has been a month, and my poor sister Margot, she has suffered and suffered with her health this month, and so I totally get that I needed to protect myself from what might have been wrong contagiously, and it wasn't. She had an infection in her kidneys, and then she had a ruptured stomach a while ago. She ripped it open with an apple peel, they said. So I'm just really kind of worried about her and Bob, both of their health. And so with Kaylee being in town and Quinn, they could tuck in and spend some quality time as a family and maybe talk about the future. What if, you know? So, but anyway, and then yesterday when I got done with my massage, I rode my bicycle to my mom and dad, and mom had all kinds of fun goodies to give me, and I rode my bicycle home, and dad came here and met me at the house with presents, and they were like, "You are so amazing, Helen," and I kept saying, "Oh, you guys are so silly. I'm just like anybody else," you know. I mean, that is very nice of them to say that, of course, but. So anyway, I guess I'm going back into like maybe sadness right now, but I'm having fun watching television, and I've got seriously lots of healthy stuff here. I got freshly blended lemons, organic lemons with the peel, and then this vegetable soup. I'm attempting to do what's called a keto diet, and it very much parallels with the lemon juice cleanse. So what it does is it starts making you burn your fat for energy instead of carbs. So it's a big carb reduction thing. So, but I know the vegetables and the fruits I can have that are low carb. And then there's a cheater pill called Keto One Shot or something. What you do is you take this tablet and you drink it with a big, like 8 ounces of water a half an hour before you're going to eat. And then I think the point to that pill is it allows you to do some cheating on your diet, so that way the carbs don't add up. I think you're allowed like 20 carbs a day. All right, so I'm very happy for Sam, and he has a wonderful, active girlfriend, and making his life better, and they challenge each other in a good way, and they're there for each other in a good way. So I'm happy for him, and I'm so grateful that he likes me well enough to want to hang out a little bit on the phone, because I heard him a few weeks ago, how he was actually, it was so amazing. All my friends said it was good news that he finally felt safe enough to be pissed off at me, you know, and I'll just go over it one more time. It was an amazing experience, because here I am constantly trying to please him, you know, above and beyond all things. And then he got really mad at me because I was going to ask him to call me for like 10 minutes once a week, and it just popped a gasket on him. So, you know, when people get mad, they won't let you get a word in edgewise. I tried to defend myself, but then the words just came coming at me, and then I started praying and saying, "God, I don't understand why he's so upset. Please help me to understand." And a thought came through my mind almost immediately that said, this is what he needed to do 9 years ago when we were living in that house together, before everything blew out of the water and there really was no closure. Learning again that closure is important. So that said, as I got this understanding in my brain, about 30 seconds later, Sam said, "And that's the same problem we had when we were living in the house together." Okay, so I'm going to go back to, I think, the one thing that he was upset about, which is totally fair. You know, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying I probably have something to learn here and something to change, and that's okay. So, and I think it's just that he wants me to be more of a listener and to be more interested in his life instead of what I was doing was talking about Helen all the time. And as you can see, if you watch this video, that there was a few minutes there that I took the stage. Not too much, and I kind of figure sometimes men like to talk about cars, so give myself room for that. Alright, so it's 25 minutes and 22 seconds after I turned on this program to learn and grow from my relationship with Sam, my one and only beautiful, awesome kid, and now I can watch this in the future and see if I learn anything about how I think and how I communicate. So that's that. And over and out.